Hello and welcome to the gorgeous sun-kissed locks of the dreamy Molly. Now, it's been a while since we went through some fundamentals of foiling, and that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. Some top tips to get you great results and Molly's full process. Let's start off having a look at her starting point. She's got her existing highlights that I've done a couple of times now, but it's time to really bring in the sun, tip out those ends, and there's lots of root shadowing tips in here too. First things first, before any chemical service, I spritz the hair lightly with water and then go in with, oh yes, K18 molecular mist. This preps the hair and repairs any damage, getting it ready for highlighting. Seeing as this video is a top tip bonanza, let's go in with a K18 usage tip. Make sure you apply enough of the mist that you can feel it in the hair. That way that K18 unique peptide will do its thing in the cortex. Okay, so it's time for foiling tip number one, and that is neat sectioning. Oh yes, it makes it so much easier to work if your sections are really tidy. Any hair you're not highlighting, clip it firmly out of the way. I've recently been testing out the Pure Light Ultra Lightener from Pravana, and it's really great. And of course, I've always been into Foil Me Foils Grip Me Wides. Tip 2 is a lightener related one, and that is to make sure you apply enough product to get even saturation. This will always give you a better lift. And straight in with another one. Now the addition of TEASY lights, you can see that there, in between your woven highlights will give you a much more blended result. Oh yes, they're coming thick and fast. And next up, we're at the crown with another tip. And that's to keep your foils woven. It's a bold weave, but it's definitely a weave, and that means that we get a soft blend at the crown. Get the baby hairs out of the way before you apply your lightener. So remember I mentioned the wides earlier on? Well, here they are in all their glory, and they change the way I highlight hair. Using a wider foil means you can cover a larger surface area quicker. Simple. Now we're right at the crown area, and it's a great opportunity to tell you that I love a bold foil, but not at the crown. Again, I'm keeping it woven to make sure that my result is seamless and super blended, and also has a great grow out. A quick peek at the completed back and some TEASY lights before we move on to the face frame. And here we are with a super fine section. Another top tip, keep your sections really fine around the face and stack them on top of each other as they are here. And of course, there's a TEASY light. Now I'm working back from the face, and for me, that is the ultimate top tip. It gives you a much more natural finish when everything is glossed. A quick look at the finished application and a chance to remind ourselves that foils really are a process. It's about multiple techniques for modern results whilst being as speedy and as effective as possible. Now, whilst it might not be a foil application tip, it is one about getting the results you want, and that is let the hair lift. I used 10 volume here, and Molly is naturally very blonde, but you really must get the hair as light as possible so you have as many options when it comes to toning. And talking of toning, I go in with K18 leave-in mask prior to adding any gloss, toner or glaze to the hair. Now here is the rough dried finished foil highlighted result, and you can see I just want to blend those stitch marks from the foil, so I've gone in with some Shades Hue gloss at the root and done a soft root shadow. After rinsing and shampooing, it's time for more newness with the Pravana Chroma Silk Express Tones. Now it's my first time using these, and here I used a mix of pearl and clear, and I start my application underneath as it's a progressive product, then going to the mids and the mid lengths, and then the face frame last. The longer you leave it on the hair, the deeper it gets in tone. Now, how shiny is that for a process shot? I left it on the hair for 15 minutes, then we rinsed, and okay, I'm a little overexcited, but here's an opportunity for me to say that if you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a like, make sure you subscribe and you hit that bell. There's loads more free hair education and my hair day to day on my Instagram, which is on screen now. A huge thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.